Hey guys, Bryson with Trick Tools here, and today I'm going to show you guys our line of the Hougen sheet metal cutters. So if you've never used one of these style sheet metal cutters before, if you do use one, you're in for a big treat. So these are very precise sheet metal cutters that allow you to get a hole in something without punching way through the material, or without using, like if you use a traditional hole saw, the hole might not be exactly to a T the size that you need, might be a little bit bigger, using a drill bit, that sort of thing. It really just cleans up the whole process. So with these sheet metal cutters, we have a couple of different kits, and then you can buy the cutters individually as well as the individual parts for any replacement pieces from there. So we have the electricians and fabricators kit, which this kit has the sizes from, it's got 7/8, 1 1/8, 1 3/8, 1 3/4, 2 inch, and 2 1/2. So you might be thinking, well, some of those sizes are a little odd. I'd like to have some more exact sizes to more common applications. So we have our Trick Tools exclusive fabricators kit. So this kit here comes with 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2 inch, and 2 1/2. So it gives you those 1/4 inch increments all the way through the cutting range there of these sheet metal cutters. And these match up really well to, let's say, dimple die size hole applications. So if you've got dimple dies, you're trying to drill through something in a car body to do dimple die stuff, this fabricator's kit is going to give you the different sizes that match really well with those, and other things as well. So but the special thing about sheet metal cutters, so they've got really, it's a precision made cutter. So this thing is all one piece, machined. It's got all the teeth here in line, and the cutting edge is right on the outside edge. So it's going to cut through right on the outside edge, which is going to help keep this thing centered, in its cutting, and also makes it really precise as it's doing so. So the depth of cut on these is up to 1/8 of an inch, so no more. And once you get through, there is a lip and an edge right here on the outside of the cutter that's going to keep the cutter from going all the way through whatever you're drilling into. So if you're working, again, in a automotive realm, maybe a dash or different other car parts, and maybe the car's already together for the most part, and you're just trying to finish up some details, maybe run some wiring through a firewall, that sort of thing. These sheet metal cutters, once you cut through, it'll stop right there at that edge, keep you from going through and maybe damaging components that you may already have mounted in the car, and that's great for that. And these cutters here, you can use them in a regular hand drill or a drill press, depending on how you do that there. The arbor that they use is pretty small, so it allows you to be able to really get into some tight areas. If you have a tight 90-degree drill, your overall length, the arbor and the cutter and everything is really short for those tight areas, and that's really nice as well. So you're going to get way more precise of a hole with these sheet metal cutters than you would a traditional hole saw. And again, just they're made for drilling through sheet metal. So they're specifically designed for that, and they do extremely well at it. So we also have, say you're going to be drilling through some stainless, that sort of thing. We also have these carbide tipped cutters. And as you can see, mostly looks the same. This is a 3-inch cutter here. The style is really similar, except for on this carbide tip cutter, you can see the individual little carbide tips on there. So what that's going to do is allow you to drill through stainless and some harder materials, but you can use these on aluminum and that sort of thing as well, even steel. So these cutters specifically though come already made with the arbor, the bit, everything. So you can replace the pilot bit. There's a spring on here for being able to punch out the slug in the middle when you get it drilled, but it comes as a whole unit. So they don't really come in a kit in the sense that you could just buy the kit, one arbor, that whole deal. They're made specifically to hold these carbide tips and have it all in one unit. So this is something, if you have that one hole size you're trying to drill through, something special, you can go with these carbide tip cutters. So we have all of these cutters. You can get from 11/16 in diameter all the way up to 3" so as the individual cutters. So these kits here, you know, like I said, I listed out the sizes they come with, but you can get the individual cutters all in between there up to 3". So check out these Hougen sheet metal cutters on our website, and if you have any more questions, you can give us a call and we'll get those answered. So what I'll do now is throw one of these arbors with a cutter and the drill press, and we'll show you it going through a smaller piece of materials. All right, so we've got the sheet metal cutter here in the drill press with the arbor on here, and you can see it's a pretty compact size in there. So again, you can put these on a hand drill and, you know, use them in a car or use them on a project where you can't obviously get it in a drill press. So there's the pilot drill bit here, so we're going to use that to punch down through, and then once we do that, we'll put some cutting oil on the cutter and go through there. So as with any cutter, drill bit, that sort of thing, you always want to make sure you're operating at recommended RPM for the cutter, extend the life of your cutter, and get the most use out of it. So we're going down through some 2" 065 2" square tubing. So you know, right in the middle of the range as far as the thickness that these cutters are recommended for, again up to 1/8 of an inch. So go ahead and get this started. We're going to pilot drill down through. So we're through. Then I'm going to take some cutting oil, and we will get it on the cutter there. There we are, right down through. And you know, if I was going maybe through some 1/8", I'd stop, put a little more cutting oil on there, but you can see how quickly it goes through a 16 gauge type material. So we'll get the little slug off of here, and it falls through. But you can see here, if you brush that hole off there, that this hole is extremely precise. So you know, when the cutter goes down through, you know, it's the size of the cutter. The holes, you know, is the size of that the cutter's going through. You know, a standard hole saw, sometimes when you get down through there, the hole can be a variety of sizes based on, you know, how much play there might be in the hole saw, as far as if it's got any kind of oblongness to it or can walk around. These sheet metal cutters are extremely precise, so you're going to get that precision hole. And then again, that step on the edge of the cutter there keeps it from going down through. So again, you're cutting into an electrical box, a firewall, anything like that, where you maybe have components already on the inside. You don't have to worry about it going through, going too far, potentially damaging components on the inside. It's going to stop right there. So for more information on these Hougen sheet metal cutters, visit our website, Trick-Tools.com, and give us a call. We're going to have any of those questions you may have beyond this video answered for you. So thanks for watching this, and we'll see you in the next one.